Hello and welcome to Alice's Garden a Plate. I help viewers who are gardeners that love to cook utilize their entire harvest year-round by garden planning, preserving methods, and recipes. If that interests you, like and subscribe. This is Sally. She is my supervisor. She makes sure there's some quality assurance around here, so see a lot in the background, always making sure I'm doing it right. In today's episode, I'm going to be making smoked salsa using a canning kit that is by Mrs Wages. I wanted to completely make it customizable, and how I did that is I wanted a red onion added, different hot peppers, garlic that I harvest, and my seasoning that is derived from peppers and herbs that are from the garden, that my Mexican that is oh so delicious and truly amplify this flavor profile.
I start off every recipe using a fruit and produce wash. The reason is to remove all contaminants off the vegetables so they are the most forward when it comes to flavor. I got everything set up to chop, all nice and clean, discard bowl. I like to leave the seeds of the pepper, so therefore I have the heat level. I leave the skins of the tomatoes but do remove the cores. Make sure I have proper weight after cutting and coring. Always use more vegetables than you think you're going to need when it comes to tomatoes to make sure you have weight. I have everything set up so the sheet pans can be evenly distributed with vegetables. I start off with the tomatoes, spreading them out, and then I'm going to go and grab some of the hot peppers with the seeds. I like that I had red habaneros, kind of like a sneaky heat next to those red tomatoes. You don't know what you're getting. So I evenly distribute them on the sheet pan. And then I'm going to grab the garlics, which are northern white hardneck. Fantastic for storage, but I put them all in the freezer so I can use them when ready. Oh, red onion. Highly suggested for salsas. They're more flavorful and just a touch of heat compared to the traditional white. Make sure my sheet pan's all even. Now it's time for my seasoning from the harvest, Mexican. I like to use it because it has dehydrated herbs and peppers. Some of the peppers I actually smoked to make the seasoning prior. Evenly coat over the sheet pans, which is great because you know how much you have and you know it'll be consistent throughout. I'm going to use the best utensil in the kitchen, my hands, to mix everything. And then I do a second layer of the seasoning just to make sure that it really truly comes through. Such beautiful colors. It's always so eye-catching making salsa. And then I'm going to set up for the smoker. I did a half hour just on smoke to make sure it is ready. With every half hour for 2-hour time period, I switch the pans for even smoke. I first use the dishwasher to clean all the glassware. Then I use a surface sanitizer, Star San, to remove all contaminants. So therefore there are no off flavors, and I know that I'm not going to have an issue with the bacteria being spread. And I rinse them and get them ready. Ball has reformulated their lids for only single use, so I wash them by hand and dry with a paper towel to be sanitary. If you use a acid sanitizer, it will hurt the seal. If you use even just a vinegar to clean your rim, it is not good. Check for defects, make sure you have extras set aside. Look at how beautiful the vegetables came out with a 2-hour smoke and evenly being distributed. The caramel colors are such gorgeous. I puree in a food processor. I want to show you a nice close-up. I prefer restaurant style. Then I use a 1 bunch of cilantro, finely chop it, then place it into the pot along with the salsa. I use the kit. I suggest red wine vinegar for flavor. It is 6 to 7% acidity, so therefore no issue. After I finish cooking the salsa on the stove, I make sure each pint jar has citric acid in it, so therefore there are no issues because I use more vegetables for bacteria being spread.
If you enjoyed today's episode, click that like button so therefore the algorithm will work in your favor. By subscribing to the channel, you will be notified of new content. Sally and I thank you very much for viewing.